Hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Chemistry Aspire. Now in today's lecture we are going to learn content from the chapter halogen derivatives. Now we will learn the differences between the SN1 and the SN2 reaction mechanisms. So the first difference on the basis of the number of steps involved. Now the SN1 reaction mechanism, it is the two-step reaction mechanism, while SN2 reaction mechanism, it is the one-step reaction mechanism. Now let us consider the second difference on the basis of molecularity of the reaction. Now SN1 reaction mechanism, it is the unimolecular reaction, while the SN2 reaction mechanism, it is the bimolecular reaction. Now let us consider the third difference on the basis of the rate dependency of the reacting species. Now SN1 reaction mechanism, the rate of this reaction depends upon the concentration of one reacting species, while in the SN2 reaction mechanism, the rate of the reaction depends upon the concentration of both reacting species. Now let us consider the fourth difference on the basis of order of reaction. Now for the SN1 reaction, it is called as a first order reaction, while the SN2 reaction mechanism, it is called as a second order reaction. Let us consider the fifth difference on the basis of attack of nucleophile. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, the attack of nucleophile takes place from the front and the back side on the substrate, while for the SN2 reaction mechanism, attack of nucleophile takes place from the back side only on the substrate. Now the sixth difference on the basis of the transition states. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, the two transition states are formed. For SN2 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, only one transition state is formed. Now let us consider the seventh difference on the basis of the type of the alkyl halides. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, generally the SN1 reaction mechanism is shown by the tertiary alkyl halides, while the SN2 reaction mechanism is shown by the primary alkyl halides. Now let us consider the eighth difference on the basis of the configuration of the final product. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, the final product is obtained with the 50% of inversion and the 50% of retention of configuration, while for SN2 reaction mechanism, the final product is obtained with 100% inversion of configuration only. Now let us consider the ninth difference on the basis of the types of the solvent. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, this reaction mechanism is favored in the polar aprotic solvent, while the SN2 reaction mechanism, this reaction mechanism is favored in the polar protic solvent. Now the 10th difference on the basis of the intermediate formation. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, a carbocation intermediate is formed. For SN2 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, no intermediate is formed. Now let us consider the 11th difference on the basis of the nature of nucleophile. For SN1 reaction mechanism, this reaction mechanism takes place in presence of weak nucleophile, while for SN2 reaction mechanism, this reaction mechanism takes place in presence of strong nucleophile. Now let us consider the 12th difference, the number of activation energy values we obtain. Now for SN1 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, the two values of energy of activations are obtained. For SN2 reaction mechanism, in this reaction mechanism, only one value of energy of activation is obtained. Now the 13th difference on the basis of order of reactivity of alkyl halide. For SN1 reaction mechanism, the order of reactivity of alkyl halide is tertiary alkyl halide will favor the reaction than secondary alkyl halide, and secondary alkyl halide will favor the reaction than primary alkyl halide. While for SN2 reaction mechanism, the order of reactivity of alkyl halide, now here the primary alkyl halide will favor the reaction than secondary alkyl halide, and secondary alkyl halide will favor the reaction than tertiary alkyl halide. Thank you for watching this video. See you in my next video.